Alicia. Alicia? Alicia?
Boo! Hi!
You spoke to me. I
What can
couldn't
I say?
see you.
I performed some magic, like our good old buddy Pal up there.
Yes, we'd like to dedicate this episode to Zach. We wanted to dedicate the last episode to Zach, but that one was a train wreck. So we're going to dedicate this, not train wreck episode.
To Zach.
Hasn't happened yet,
Zach.
but we'll see.
The main man. Literally Zach the man.
The man.
Who's the best person we could ever ask for to help us with this.
Yes,
project.
thank you, Zach. Appreciate you. This is your co-host, Alicia Lucas.
This is your other co-host, Garrett Burkett.
And this is For the Love of Film 2.0.
Today's episode, we'll be reviewing The Smurfs.
Reviewing is a loose term, but we'll be talking about it for sure.
That is very true.
The Smurfs, which came out in 2011, shocked us all, was rated a
Not me.
23% by the critics on Rotten Tomatoes and a 43% by the audience on Rotten Tomatoes. Would you agree with those numbers? Do
No.
you think it's better?
Yeah.
Worse?
No, I think it's better.
I didn't even let you. You said yes, and I was like, better? Worse? What do you think?
No, I definitely thought it was better than that. I mean, it was objectively, like from a critic standpoint, a bad movie, but it was very entertaining. I'm surprised that the audience score was not much higher.
I'm surprised
That's
by
like
that too.
that's like the Santa Claus episode where the audience score was like really high. The critic score was so low
Yeah.
because the movie objectively sucked.
But you
But it
have
was
a
so
good
much
time
fun.
doing it. Yeah.
I thought that the Smurfs should definitely be higher on the audience rating. I enjoyed it. I would rate it more than a 42%.
Well, they did too. They rated it a 43. You said 42.
I would rate it more than a 43%.
All
That's
right.
your popcorn? Is that what that's supposed to look like?
Let's spill popcorn. The budget for this movie was a staggering $110 million. For the time, it's a pretty expensive movie, right? It made worldwide $563.7 million. That's half
a lot
a
of
billion.
money.
That's more than half
Money.
$1 billion. And domestically and in Canada, it made $142.6 million. That number makes more sense to me. Put that away until our review time.
No, I mean, Garrett, you didn't watch it. He didn't watch it in theaters like back in 2012. I don't remember if
2011.
2011.
I was a 10-year-old and I was already over this. I watched the Smurfs when I was little. I watched like the animated Smurfs and the Snorks. You ever watch the Snorks?
Nope, I didn't watch any Smurfs thing until the Smurfs came out. I don't know if I don't remember if I watched it in theaters, but I did enjoy it when I watched it. I did have a good bit of fun. I might have been 12 or 11 or no, I was 10.
Well, when it came out, you were 10.
I was 10, yeah.
This is a movie that you watch on DVD, though. This is a movie that comes out on DVD, and your parents are like, oh boy, we gotta get these kids a
I don't
movie.
know if it was on DVD.
Sit them down on the
either.
couch. They gotta shut up while we cook dinner, and this is the movie that we bought on DVD this week.
Okay, well, whatever.
I think that's how, I don't know. That's what I got out of it. The only reason because we were together with a group of friends when we watched this movie, and the only reason I recommended Smurfs was because I was so shocked at the quality of Stuart Little 2 that I had watched a week earlier that I wanted to watch another movie that I thought was going to be awful.
Were you pleasantly surprised?
No,
by
I was pleasantly surprised by Stuart Little 2. I was sorely disappointed by Smurfs.
Are you serious?
Yeah. We'll get
What?
in. Well, let's get into it.
Wait. Because when we watched it, you were like, yeah, it was all right. And now you're going to say, oh, I'm sorely disappointed by it? You're such a party pooper.
I put on my professional face when the camera's on. And it's time to rate
You ever need to have a recap from last episode? Insert the recap right here.
Don't do that, Zach. All right. We torture Zach enough.
Did
We're
we
not gonna
dedicate
do
this
that.
episode to Zach?
We did.
Okay.
Oh my
cool.
goodness. All right, let's get into some specific points. Our first point is cat vomit. For any of you who have seen the movie, by the way, spoilers. You know that scene where the cat, what's his name? Azrael, gets a tuft of Smurfette's hair in his mouth and then hairballs it up, and Gargamel picks it up and keeps it on camera for like a minute.
It's a wildly uncomfortable scene. And the CGI of that cat vomit was a little too.
I don't. Yeah, it was half CGI, half practical effects. It had to be. Because just the way. That's the noise it made. And I hope the gain is way up on the mic.
I don't know if you heard that noise, but it was awful.
I don't know if you did. Let me make it again.
Ew.
That's the noise, bro. That's the noise. It's disgusting. And you think that's bad. Yeah. Imagine hearing that sound, but in visual. So seeing that sound play out in front of you for like a minute on screen. And it gets all over the cat's face. It almost gets into Gargamel's mouth.
He gets really close to it. He's like, the tufts of Smurfette's hair.
To extract the Smurf magic from it. Oh, Zach's. We good? Okay, we're great. Zach's loving it. All right.
He's giggling.
He's seen the movie. All right.
Oh, yay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, anyway. No, yeah, that was just really gross. It was just a very,
you have anything to add?
It was funny at first.
Yeah.
And then progressively, the longer it was on screen, the more disgusted I became by it.
I think it was funny for like a second, like a frame. And then I was disgusted. Like, it would have been funny if it was, what? And you're just like, ew, a little bit gross. It's
no,
on
but
the
they had
bench.
to zoom
But they
into
had
it
to just,
because it was Smurfette's hair. And also, it was hair. Like, you know how wet hair looks like? It's a glob of wet, hairy mucus.
Yes.
Vomit thing. Anyway, I really don't want to talk about this anymore.
Well, that was our first point, so we'll erase that one. We don't even have to look at the words cat vomit anymore.
You're gonna have brown expo all over your finger.
I already have expo all over my finger.
Anyway, we're going all out of order for this movie.
No, the porta potty scenes are right after.
There's the porta potty scene. Just go ahead and explain it.
Big ol' stinky fart poo poo joke. Poo poo smell bad. Gargamel goes in a porta potty. There's poo poo in a porta potty. He didn't know. And he goes, oh, there is stinky magic in there.
He thinks it's a cauldron.
Cauldron.
And he goes. Are you gonna continue? Okay, he goes into it and it smells really bad. He flushes the toilet for some reason. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. It's like a little witch's pot thingy.
Can't flush a porta potty. Plot hole number 1 in the movie. Thing number 1 that we don't like, cat vomit. Thing number 2,
listen,
plot
I like the
inconsistencies.
movie, even the cat vomit, and I thought the stinky poo-poo fart joke was funny.
Yeah.
We laughed. We all laughed. Not even.
I think I chuckled. Maybe
You're
you know.
such a Debbie Downer.
Maybe the arc of this whole episode will be me slowly realizing that I kind of like this movie. Maybe.
All right. Well, anyway, the porta potty scene was really funny. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. It's really funny.
It's funny.
It's funny in context. So watch the whole movie then.
It's right after the cat vomit scene, though. So.
A lot of grossness. Every time Gargamel's on screen, I kind of feel like. That's how I look. Just zoom into my face.
Yeah. Well, on your phone. Don't make Zach do anymore.
No, obviously not.
I'm just messing. All right. Porta potty scene is erased. We talked that to death. Now.
Best characters.
Who's
your favorite Smurf?
My favorite Smurf?
Yeah.
The crazy Smurf who goes. He opens his mouth.
He's literally named Crazy Smurf.
Crazy Smurf.
Yeah.
Well, who's your favorite Smurf?
I don't know. I have 3 favorites.
3 favorites? What?
2 favorites.
3, 2, and then 1.
2 favorites. Okay, 3
2,
favorites.
and then
3
1.
favorites. 3
3,
favorites.
and then 2, and then 1.
Clumsy is my 3rd favorite.
Clumsy's cute.
Grouchy's my 2nd favorite, and Gutsy's my 3rd favorite.
Gutsy?
Gutsy is the one with the kilt.
Oh, that's Gutsy.
Yeah. He's cute, isn't he? He's so sweet.
He's cute.
Oh. Yeah. He's cute.
He's the only other one with a beard other than Papa Smurf.
Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of personality. A lot of personality. If you hear, because his voice is so distinct, you can hear all of his little one-liners throughout the entire movie, and I think they're very cute.
Yeah. You always know who's talking when he's
it's
talking.
Gutsy.
Gutsy.
And whenever George Lopez talks.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what George Lopez sounds like. If you don't.
He's not one of the main Smurfs in the movie, though.
He's grouchy.
Is he?
Yes.
Apparently not. Apparently no one knows what George Lopez is
You
or
didn't
ever
know
was.
that was George Lopez the entire time?
I thought that he was at the beginning of the movie.
No, he was grouchy. He was there the entire movie.
That's wild. I either forgot that or I didn't recognize his voice.
Unbelievable. What is this? What?
The only exposure to George Lopez I ever had was the the show on Nick at Night.
Yeah.
And he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I only saw the so.
So our favorite characters. I'm slowly erasing it. This is usually not what we do.
Anyway, what was your favorite scene in the movie? I'm going to answer that question because apparently Garrett
I
had a
like
brain fart.
when they're all playing Guitar Hero.
That is a cute scene.
That is cute.
I do like that scene.
Yeah.
Ooh, mine is when Clumsy and Grace, who's a human, by the way, in the movie talk and they like grow plants together and stuff.
That is cute. And you know, you're not defined by your name.
No. You don't have one personality trait for your entire life, which I guess is the biggest like plot of this story.
Yeah,
not plot, but like
the message.
Yeah.
But they don't really capitalize on it at all. They just kind of like say it a few times, and there's nothing that like actually impacts the
I guess
plot.
Yeah.
Because at the end, Clumsy only saves the day because he's clumsy. Mm-hmm. So it's like.
Also, he didn't really catch that wand. He kind of just fell on it. So
you saved the day by being the thing that you were destined to be based off your name. Maybe you are just determined entirely by your name.
Maybe if he was entirely clumsy, he would have like flicked it back to Gargamel by mistake and just ended the world right then and there.
So maybe your character traits that are viewed as negative can sometimes be a positive. I thought the message of the movie was you're not going to be defined by your name and Clumsy was going to not be clumsy. Yeah. But he saves the whole day by just being clumsy. So he is defined by his name.
But you could argue that, because Grouchy, I don't know, you loved the scene and somehow you didn't realize it was George Lopez. Had that entire moment with the green M&M. And he's like, everybody thinks I'm grouchy, but like, you know, but I'm actually like, you know, sensitive at heart. Do I put on my grouchiness for like as a facing the outside world or something? Facade. Thank you. God. Facade. Yeah, I do. He's like, yeah, I do. When he touches her boobs.
Whoa, she doesn't have those anymore.
She's an M&M.
Yep.
I'm gonna cry. Anyway, but that was another really good scene.
That was really nice.
The entire toy store scene was so much fun.
It was fun.
It was so much fun. Clumsy getting scanned over and over again was hilarious to me. As a kid, I was cracking up to that, and even this time, I was cracking up to that.
I hadn't seen the movie before, and I was smirking. No, what is the word? Not smirking. I was not smiling. I was cracking a smile. I don't know what the word is for it, but I was cracking a smile. It was funny.
If we count the time I rolled my eyes during this episode, you owe me $1 for every single one.
No way. I bought you Pringles before this.
You did. Okay.
All right.
This is a bit controversial. It's not controversial. I just hate it. It's my least favorite part about this movie. The baby in the end was named Blue.
Yes. Should have named it Clumsy.
Should have named it literally anything that wasn't blue. That's such a... that's so not creative. Especially if they're going to have a sequel. Imagine a sequel.
Alicia, the Smurfs are blue. Did you not get it?
I'm erasing you from my memory. I'm just erasing you.
Alicia, but the Smurfs are blue. And the baby's name is the color of the Smurfs. Do you get it? You get it?
Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was super dumb, and especially if they're gonna have a sequel and name the baby Blue.
Not if they were going to. They did have a sequel.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen the sequel in a really long time, but I think that they renamed the baby.
That's hilarious.
Like maybe his middle name was Blue or something.
They probably told the doctor Blue. The doctor was like, I'm not writing that on this birth certificate.
He wrote it on the little baby carrier thingy.
The doctor?
Yeah, or the nurses.
Well, the nurses. The nurses, does the doctor write the name on the birth certificate? Probably.
On the birth certificate? I don't know how birth works, okay?
Well, go have some life experience, come back, fill us in. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Can we talk about...
This is mine!
We're not doing ratings yet. Chill.
No. Can we talk about what?
Can we talk about what? Smurfette.
Oh, you want to talk about this?
They go goo goo, the juju. They go boing, 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 basically to Smurfette.
Hard eyes, basically,
Hard eye.
is what he's trying to say. I'll translate for you guys.
Hard eyes. I don't know if Gutsy was hard eyes, maybe something else, but nonetheless, it was weird because she's not technically their sister. Technically, Gargamel created Smurfette as a robot and using
Wait. To do what?
to infiltrate the Smurfs.
And do what? Make them fall in love with her.
Yeah.
And then bring them back to him.
Yeah, but then.
Make them fall in love with her.
But then Papa Smurf turned her into a real Smurf.
She was a real Smurf.
No, she wasn't. She was a robot.
She's not a robot.
She was a robot.
Oh,
You never watched the show. She was a robot that was sent by Gargamel to get them.
A robot?
Yes.
Why did Gargamel, who is literally magic, need
It's like an
modern day technology?
It's like an android kind of thing. Like she wasn't a real. She was like burp, 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 you know.
No. Also, the second movie does not play out like that at all. Like the second movie is all about Smurfette.
But I'm telling you the lore. Papa Smurf took Smurfette as one of his children. Therefore, Smurfette is.
She also does call him Papa.
Yeah, Smurfette is.
But that's like,
is their adoptive sister. Why are they going goo goo gaga? For Smurfette, their adopted sister.
why do you have to bring real world applications into the world of Smurfs?
I mean, they were the ones that made. Oh, I can't say that. I can't say it on this show. They were the ones that made the Smurfs go boing, 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 boing. I'm just the only one asking questions.
No, you're not the only one asking questions.
Are you asking questions?
This is a kids' movie, first of all.
And they're just telling, they're your sister.
It's not their sister.
Yes, it is.
Any kid who listens and they're like, yeah, I wasn't made by, I wasn't brought by a stork. By the way, to answer your previous question.
She wasn't brought by
before
a stork.
the show. It was before the show. They were all brought by storks. Papa Smurf didn't.
But they're all brothers. Oh, to answer my question before the show.
Yeah, before the show.
They're all brought by storks.
Yeah.
So are none of them related?
No, they're all brought by storks.
They're all brothers.
They're brothers.
So they're all adopted.
Yes.
I still don't think it's okay
I would
for
say,
them to
like, let's just make Smurf Village an orphanage.
She's threatening to kill Papa Smurf.
What?
And make all the Smurfs orphans.
No. And Papa Smurf is the head.
I'm glad we
master.
dedicated this episode to Zach. I think this one's a fun one.
The headmaster.
Yeah, he agrees.
Papa Smurf is the headmaster. They
Of
just
an
call him Papa
orphanage.
Smurf. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it like that. But even then, kind of like if you're raised with someone since you were a baby.
You can be raised with someone like that and still fall in love with them.
In like movies and stuff. But psychologically, you're going to think of them as more of a. Yeah, no, like I get it. It's a literary thing. But like, I mean, psychologically, you're going to think of them more as a sibling.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it personally.
Also, all of the like Gutsy.
Best character. Oh,
But then you
Asriel
have-
is also one of the other best characters that I mentioned.
Oh yeah, the cat.
The
But then-
funniest character. Sorry.
Sorry. You
No,
have
go ahead.
clumsy. You have crazy. All these are character traits. And you're just like, okay,
Also, isn't that kind
what
of
should
weird?
we name the girl Smurf? What is her character trait?
But she's a girl.
That she's a girl. Smurfette. I just think it's lazy. They could have called her like, I don't know, what's one of her
Gargamel
character
named her
traits?
Smurfette.
Yeah, but then once you make her into a real Smurf, you can give her another name. Papa Smurf named all the other Smurfs. Why does Gargamel get to name this one?
Because he made her.
Yeah, the storks theoretically made all the other Smurfs. Why does Papa Smurf get to name them?
Because he names them and then because you remember the question, he's like, so do you get your name after you exhibit certain personality traits or when you're born? And they're like, yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which, in my opinion, is kind of manipulative and toxic. Sorry, Papa Smurf.
I don't know if Papa Smurf, it's based off that, Papa Smurf isn't the one that names them.
Why? How?
It would just come with a name from the storks.
No.
We need to really do some research on the Smurfs.
We need a deep dive into Smurf lore, apparently.
Maybe Smurfs 2, we won't be back next week, but maybe Smurfs 2 will be the next week after that.
I wouldn't mind that.
All right. Now you know
we can really get backstory in on Smurfette,
no
and I can prove this bozo wrong.
Comments. We're not going to read your comments. No suggestions, except for the next episode. You can suggest that one. But the next episode, we're going to find one for next
interesting
episode.
Coming out?
Yeah. Oh, the Batman.
Oh yeah. No, well, that's not going to be.
That's not going to be out.
No, wait.
That might be the next episode. But before talking about next episode, which we will do, we're going to rate this movie on our little.
I'm gonna get mad at this rating. I'm gonna get angry.
You've been mad. And to the person that commented on our Santa Claus episode, we read your comment and we love it. Send more like that. Thank you for commenting. As for the rest of you.
Yeah, what are you doing?
We see the views. We see that there are like 5 views and only 1 comment. What are you for doing? Step it up. We want some engagement on this. I'm gonna give it one of these little things out of man, I wish I had some colored markers right now.
Art.
I wonder if we're gonna use the same metric.
Oh, I have no idea. Ooh, I have.
Oh no. Oh no. Do they come with the hats from the stork?
No, I think the stuff comes with their like personality or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like how Gutsy. Why is Gutsy an Irishman?
Irish people are gutsy.
All right, ready? Oh man.
Why is Grumpy like
George Lopez?
George Lopez. Is George Lopez notably grumpy?
All right, you ready?
Well, no. We gotta give it the old 3, 2,
all
1.
these questions answered.
3, 2, 1. Is that showing up? What'd you do? Okay, you explain yours first.
7 Azraels out of 10 Smurf berries.
Definitely did not use the same metric.
I
4
just rubbed all of my Smurf berries.
4
I'm gonna
little
cry.
Smurf bags that the storks bring, bags of Smurfs. Or they're Bjorns, whatever they are. Out of 20 cat vomits.
20?
Cat vomits.
You're so lame. Why didn't you just do?
Here. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, that's better.
Ow.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Did you hurt yourself?
No. I'm a
You
man.
break the marker?
10. 10 cat vomits. For the first time on live television, I'm changing my score. All right. So next episode is Smurfs 2.
Is that confirmed?
No.
Smurfs 2.
But if you want to be surprised, watch next episode. If it is Smurfs 2, well, you'll be surprised. And if it's not Smurfs 2, well, you'll be surprised. Maybe it should be Stuart Little 2.
No.
All right.
I feel very strongly against Stuart Little.
Well,
It was a pleasure being with you all
this
here
episode,
today.
again, is dedicated to Zach.
Hopefully it was less of a train wreck than last episode.
We did restart it once, but
To know that.
that is all that we have for you about the Smurfs, starring Gargamel. Thanks for watching. Catch you next
See
time.
you next time.
Bye.